Okay, we are not dropping frames, I think. Yes. So sound should be perfect now. By perfect, I mean at least you can hear us normally.
Like,
And yes,
is it back on? Like,
yeah, it's gonna get back on. You know.
yeah, I know
It's not
it's
instant.
had some delay, but just
Yeah.
all right, great.
So it's back. It's working. There's sound, and still nothing on the battlefield except a restoration angel and a sword of fire and ice, which Manuel might want to fight.
Yeah, it kind of has to. So what is gonna play?
Cerulean wisps on the angel to try and draw a card.
All right, that's. I don't know. I think I would have guessed that in response to a sword. Like, what if he draws a negate or
Yeah, I
something?
think it's in response to sword. It looks like.
Is it? Oh yeah, I believe it was in response.
Yeah,
Okay.
He tapped 3 lands, so it's in response to sword.
So I'm not sure what he drew. It was a spell.
I think there's an unsummon somewhere.
What's that on the left of the screen? I don't know. It's
We'll
the
see.
art looks like temporal manipulation, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't play that card. So I don't know what
And
it is.
here we get a memory lapse on the sword. So the memory lapse should be enough
Well,
to buy him a turn.
yeah, at least for now, because that rest angel was key, because now Diego has a clock, even though it's a 10-turn clock. Manu is going to have to answer it at some point, while he was content to be sitting on his lands. Oh, I know what it is. What he drew reweave.
Rewind?
No,
reread.
The
The polymorph, the weird one?
yeah, the instant one. I think it's instant. Well,
it's
it's the one you can.
Yeah, it's instant, and it's the arcane you can splice into arcane in a very
Any
useful,
other
right?
Arcane spell? I don't know, man.
I
It
don't
could
think so.
have. It totally could have.
I mean, this is a constricted level mechanism as shown by Grishelbrand.
Yeah, it's just totally what you do every day.
Like, splice onto arcane. It does reduce the cost to 4 mana, so it's
Yeah,
pretty potent.
Well, I mean, if you have like Sift Through Sands, something like that, maybe it's playing Pierce Through Depths.
Oh, it's an arcane.
Let
So
me take
yeah,
a look.
maybe.
I don't see Pierce Through Depths, so I don't know. Maybe he has an arcane, but I can't find any, like, just looking over his deck list right now.
So, well, regarding the board, Diego resolved an Augustin, and he gets to untap with it.
Wow, that's huge. I don't know what Manu's hand is, but it's really in a very bad spot now.
He didn't try to recast the Jace, interestingly enough. It's 6 mana, so it's definitely a lot. But
So what? He has. Does he have Force of Will in hand?
who, Manuel?
Well, I don't know. I feel like I saw that.
So the sword
let's take a
resolved.
I see Reweave, Minamo. Okay, but
Sword
maybe
equipped.
Manuel can take advantage of that, and while Diego is getting some pretty big hit in and a big advantage in, if Manuel is capable of playing a polymorph and fighting over it while Diego only has 2 mana up,
Yeah,
it would be probably game winning.
like, I don't know what Manuel has, but since he didn't fight over the sword, which looks like such a big deal here, it makes me believe he has something.
Well,
He's up to
I
something.
very he really wants to. Okay, so looks like he's gonna go for a dig through time.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why he's keeping 1 mana up. For 4 spike, I guess, because there was no way he could.
But it gets remanded. So we have tons of frame drop again because of betrays.
Yeah, he is pretty good remand. 1 mana remand. You spell. You spend 8 mana and cards to. I guess. Wow. Okay, so Manu just resolved again because of Diego trying to counter.
Okay, we're back.
And there's Diego trying to tap out, trying to resolve some powerful cards, but Manu just.
Again, is also a pretty powerful card.
Yeah,
so I guess minus 4.
Manu just got right back in the game and is very far ahead now. If Diego cannot deal with.
Well, he can play
we can see Manu is very happy about this play.
Diego can play Grand Arbiter again.
Yeah, but like, can he equip as well?
I'm not entirely sure.
If he cannot, then Ugin can just plus and
It's a 2-4, no?
no, it's a 2-3.
Oh! Okay, so it was 2-4.
So if it was the first time he played, he could do that, but it would it taps all
It's a
those mana.
Minotaur.
You?
So go 2-3. So I guess it's coming back. It doesn't have anything better to do, and he has a land, so he can equip it, and it won't die to the again +2. This is pretty big. Like Diego
Good.
still has a good board.
Okay, so what can Manu do? He still has some time, like Augustin cannot kill Ugin in one hit because the sword won't trigger.
And he has to attack again because if he attacks Manuel and then deals 2 again,
Relance le stream peut-être encore une fois. J'ai
Euh,
plein de mecs qui disent que ça marche pas.
it's okay, it's okay. So what do you go for with Merchant Scroll here?
I don't know, like some bounce for the sword so you can plus on Grunt Arbiter. Diego didn't tap his mana quite right, but he is full tap right now.
So you can find an instant speed answer to Arbiter here because it has for blue.
Just a bounce for the
So
sword,
sword?
so you can plus her again.
Okay, and
that's-
then kill it.
Like, yeah, that's what he gets. Repeal.
So some card advantage as well.
Well, it's neutral, but
Yeah,
it's since Ugin is it's just
since there will be no
it-
creature on the battlefield afterward, it will be indirect card advantage. So Grunt Arbiter won't be able to come back for quite some time because 8 mana is ours.
Yeah, I mean, and he would need to plus. If he has a land, he can just replay it, but that doesn't do anything because you know there is an Ugin on the battlefield.
Yeah, so we're aware of the connection problems, which makes the stream kind of stuttery sometimes. We cannot do much about it, so we'll focus on just broadcasting, and the VODs will be clean. So Diego untapped with 8 mana. I see a Hard Fountain in his hand, maybe a Cryptic Command? Cryptic can buy him some time against Jurgen. Like end of turn bounce, then you can fight over it.
Yeah, I guess, but he only has like 4 cards in hand, and they're pretty bad. He has a sword, which doesn't do much because it's going to be hard to have a creature to equip. He has a Supreme Verdict that just doesn't do anything.
So the sword comes back. I think Manuel is very happy with that. It's not
Yeah,
something
it
that
doesn't
bothers
really-
him.
He doesn't really care about it anymore.
And he's gonna go up to the ultimate there.
Yeah, it's
Just
fine.
to
Like,
keep
Digo's gonna
slowly,
bounce
surely.
it at some point, but what so? Is that a Mystic Confluence in Manu's hand? I believe it is, which would be great.
It can triple mana leak at worst, is that right?
Yeah, it's like you choose 3 amongst Mana Leak, draw 1 card, and unsummon. So really powerful card. And you can usually at least counter a spell, and most of the time at least counter draw. Sometimes counter double draw. It's very powerful.
At worst,
It
it's
just-
opportunity.
This card is just busted.
Not opportunity, Jade's Ingenuity.
Yeah.
At worst. It's nice when you can counter and just divination. In the end, it's this, like you play mana leak plus divination. If you play free UU, it's exactly what you do, but it's instant speed, so you get some value out of it.
Very well played game by Manu, which didn't fight. Well, maybe he couldn't, but he managed to take advantage on Diego resolving some big haymakers at sorcery speed, but he was able to resolve a much bigger one, taking advantage of Diego almost full tap and countering of this through time. The Ugin was just so big to resolve, so hard to do in this matchup.
Regarding
Now-
the sword, I'm curious, by the way. Does Augustin play a lot of creatures? Because it looks like a pretty creature-like deck for a sword deck.
Well, it depends, but they often they often he can adapt his deck list. Let's see. I see he's playing Jace Brent's Prodigy, which can carry a sword.
True.
Meddling Mage,
But not the best against you again.
True Name Nemesis. I guess Gilded Drake is still a creature, so you can equip to the stall creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just pretty curious about playing
he's playing
sword in
Sword
such a
of
light,
Beast and Famine as well.
a light creature deck.
Well, he always have his general Snapcaster
Mm.
Mage, obviously. I don't see any other Resto Angel.
Yeah, well, we saw that one.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay, so he has
Well,
a Stoneforge
if you want to
package.
play, yeah, if you, I'm not sure if he has Battle Skull. I don't think so.
Like you told me earlier, it doesn't see much play in EDH because
Well,
it's not about this.
Sometimes you see it in those blue-white control deck. That's where you will see them if you see the card
Okay,
at
because
all.
you need some live game in case the
You
game
don't
goes too
absolutely
long.
need it, but it's where it's at its best for sure. Well, you need a resilient threat to pressure planeswalkers, or like doesn't just die to a removal. But yeah, like so he's going to triple mana leaks,
You pay 9.
or maybe if he has a force spike, he could like pay 6 and draw
Draw
a
a
card.
card to cycle the force spike.
Yep, that would be good. Okay,
So,
so
for mana
he's gonna
cryptic,
go-
counter bounce again or draw, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you can draw, if you can
There is-
resolve the.
yeah. Okay, so man is gonna dig in response. So it seems likely that
Is it-
Ugin will get exiled because there are not that many free counters that Manu can get.
Force of Will,
Well, I mean, obviously Force of Will.
and that's it, because Diego still has 2 mana.
Even if he plays Misdirection, which I don't believe he is, yeah, that wouldn't work on Council Judgment. Well, I guess that would work on Cryptic.
Yeah, you can redirect the Cryptic to the Council Judgment. He has misdirection, right?
No, it doesn't play it, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay,
I highly doubt he has any other.
so he is just digging for Force of Will.
Yeah, but might as well.
At the same time, Diego did tap out on his turn once again, and Manuel next turn can likely go for
So
Jace Polymorph.
even if he didn't find.
So the dig resolved. It's countered. Council Judgment. What do you choose? There's only one legal target. Pretty easy.
It's not a target, and that's
oh.
not true. There is a Chrome Mox below all these.
Oh, you can vote for the Chrome Max, true.
Yeah. Well, I witnessed a game where a player cast Council Judgment,
Mhm.
chose a creature, and his opponent chose another creature, and it was the right play.
Okay.
And he won the game because of that.
Okay, so then
Isn't that
makes
nice?
sense. It sounds nice. So, are we going to see a polymorph turn? I sure hope so. Okay. I see why we had a problem. It should be good now.
So Manu is pretty far ahead on cards, and Diego is stuck with quite a few bad ones in his hand. So even though Manu lost the battle and the Ugin got exiled, he's still pretty far ahead.
Well, no, he has to find a way to not lose in the next 5 turns because time got cold. He's still at 16, so I think Diego will have a lot of trouble killing Manuel in 3 turns.
Mundus did win his last round.
So he's at... Okay, so this is the first additional turn right now.
Okay, so it's not impossible for Diego to win this game. He has the Rest in Peace Helm in his deck, so it's still going to be very tough because Manu is quite far ahead, so I doubt it will happen, but that's not impossible. It's also possible that Manu is able to win the game, like Emrakul does kill pretty fast.
And he has 2 attack steps, so he doesn't need another one.
Okay, so
New Trader won as well. It looks like it for sure.
it does seem very happy.
So XN1 for Mundust and New Trader. So we'll see them in the top 8 as usual. What I'm gonna say.
Not sure. Not like New Trader lost round 1, so
But his opponent was 6-0.
it doesn't matter much.
opponent match win rate is what matters. So
Yeah, but not like one opponent is not enough to like lock it up.
that's true. It depends on his round 2, 3, 4 opponents.
Yeah, it's depends on a lot. Like we'll see, and we'll keep you informed on who can draw, who cannot, and
Mhm.
so. But he's in good position for top 8, that's for sure.
We got a turnabout coming from Manuel here. Is it a hardcast Emrakul? Take another turn. This would be a good end, a fitting end
Yeah,
to
yeah.
this match.
Definitely.
Because you
I
don't go turnabout for
Well,
no
I
reason.
don't think he has an Emrakul in hand, unfortunately. So what does he have?
When
He
was
try-
that?
oh,
exactly?
he's trying to equip. Okay, he untapped his land in response to Grunt Arbiter, I believe. So yeah, that as much mana as possible.
Mhm.
Up, now he's gonna reweave, and I'm pretty sure Diego
Is this-
doesn't have an answer to that.
So this is a reweave, famed reweave.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're pronouncing that right, but
Reweave.
yeah,
reweave.
let's show the card.
Yeah, so yeah, I
Okay, so we're going to reveal the top cards of the Manuel's deck, but
until
there
we
is,
find the Emrakul.
there is only one creature in it. So we can take a look at. Oh, that Earth of Negate is so ugly. Come on, Manu, you can do better.
Treachery. Bell Snare. Interesting choice of art for the counterspell. The real original one and the promo Emrakul. I cannot get behind this.
Yeah, I guess it's the main kill of your deck. You kind of want the Rise of the Eldrazi one.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, it's
Russian
just
foil?
so much better. Nah, you don't have to be a Russian foil. You don't have to.
It's your only
be
kill.
foil at all. But
But yeah, Emrakul is here. How many permanents does Diego have?
still gonna
Not
be-
enough.
Yes, 13 permanents.
Okay, so it will take 2 attacks. To exile pretty much everything.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's just a 15-15 trample. I mean flying, which killed Diego into attacks.
as well.
And if somehow he gets rid of it, it loses so much in the meantime that.
But yeah, he.
Okay, so Treasure Cruise.
Just in case.
Yeah, I mean
Let's make sure.
before attacking with Emrakul, let's draw a bunch of cards.
This looks like a funny deck.
Well, you have to like mono blue, but
Yeah, you have the problem of being mono bloom.
okay. So there is Core Heaven on Diego's side, so he can survive Emrakul for a few turns. But
For one.
yeah, well, he can prevent the damage next turn, so he can survive one extra turn, and he might draw the game because of that. But it's not good.
Yeah, during
For-
the game
for-
is not winning.
Fortunately for Manu,
Well-
he's up one game because
Manu still has 2 attacks, right?
well, I'm not sure on which turn we are at.
It's 12
Like-
damage from
Well,
Arbiter.
if Diego was on turn 0, then it's first turn for Manu, and he will have lethal, assuming he plays those 3 turns and
Mhm.
the Emrakul attack 3 times. But otherwise, Diego can always just activate Cohaven, sacrifice a bunch of permanents, maybe even keep Cohaven and a land,
What is
and
this?
top deck another land, and
Do you have any idea what this is?
it's a powder keg.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it does, but it's kind of a ratchet bomb, I think.
Each artifact and creature mana. Okay, so it's a ratchet bomb you have to level up,
Yeah.
and that only kills artifact and creatures. Okay, why not? He plays ratchet bomb before
I
that.
guess
If you play that, it's that you play.
I
Ratchet bomb.
don't see ratchet bomb in this deck list. So is there any situation where you? No, you may put a fuse counter. You don't have to.
Okay.
So what does that mean?
It
It means
takes
it
off-
only blows up artifact and creatures, which might be good.
Yeah, it doesn't get rid of his Jason 0
Oh,
if he kills tokens.
Yes.
Yeah, if he kills Mara's tokens, for example.
Yeah, that could be good. I'm not
So
sure.
what
Like
happened
it's
to
very
the
close.
Emrakul, by the way?
Supreme Verdict.
Oh, okay. So he made sure that it was a draw.
Yep. Second game is a draw, but Manu was up 1 game and was most likely gonna win if there was no limit in time.
Yeah, he had
It was
a
very far
full
ahead.
hand.
Yeah, I mean, And Michael got dealt with. Like Diego was down a lot of permanence, and that would have been a big issue in the long term.
Yeah, even if it got dealt with, it was still in the library for another polymorph.
Yeah, it was not impossible for Diego to win, but would have been really tough.
Okay, so we might interview Manuel a few minutes to ask him about his very interesting build.
I'm gonna bring him here.
Okay, so bring him here and I'll ask him a few questions about his deck. So regarding frame drops, we should be pretty stable now, as the connection looks good enough. So please tell me if there are any stuttering, any issue. Just go on. Just fire away. And if the stream is working properly and you're enjoying it, you can say it as well. It will make us very happy to know that, because we're quite stressed. It's getting dark. We've been up for 12 hours, even more. 14 hours. Yeah, we've been up for 14 hours. So if you're enjoying it, don't hesitate to tell us. We'll be very happy to hear that and to hear everything is going smoothly, as it can, of course.